Hey guys, I want to bring you a positive, beautiful message right now because I feel this is what we all need. Very much the energy of Lemuria coming through right now. And what do you guys want to say? My guides are talking right now. Yeah, they need you to see beyond your current situation, okay? On an individual level and on a collective level. We need to see beyond it so that we can bring forth what we came here to create. Lemuria will help you with this because it was such an age of enlightenment. Yes. So I am going to pull a few cards from my Lemurian deck, and I do want to show... Hold on. They just want me to bring in a few crystals. So I'm just going to move some of this energy, okay? Grief. Yes. 111 as I said that. Let's clear the field, okay? You can grieve. There's nothing wrong with grieving. But we will not stay in that energy, okay? We will feel it and then move through it. I'm seeing spending more time with yourself, okay? And less time on social media or on watching anything that doesn't bring you joy or hope. Yeah, there was a field distortion through grief. What do you want to say? Let go of this feeling of being trapped here. That's not true. You are not trapped here. Even starseeds that think they didn't come from here, who remember their lifetimes in other realms, still are meant to be here. So it's very important to become present in your body. And I will say to you, like I have said to many in private sessions, my guides will say, if you are not present in your body, then who is? So as much as you may feel like you want to run from this realm, all you're doing is leaving your vessel unattended, and your vessel is powerful. They're telling me to show you this crystal. 1 second. This is labradorite. It's so beautiful, very healing, very peaceful. They said, let go of the symbolism of death. Death is not real. It's an illusion, a separation that's not real. They said, be like Buddha. They're saying, to achieve stillness, you actually have to move through, okay? So they're saying kind of a play on words, like, you know how Buddha is always pictured in peaceful stillness. But to get to that place, you must move through the emotion. So you use sacred motion to get to stillness, okay? Stillness comes when you access truth, resonance field, light. It's like the unmoving energy of the dragons, or the unmoving energy of the unicorns, or the unmoving energy of any sacred established grid that has no need for movement, right? Until you're in that place, you must move, okay? Similarly, we descend to ascend, okay? So it's the opposite. We go deep, we go dark, so to speak, to bring forth light. Yeah. And I just want to ask the Lemurian guides to use this beautiful deck to show you guys some imagery that's going to activate this part of you, this matriarchal feminine flow part of you. This is for all people, by the way. So it doesn't matter if you're a male gender or female gender or exploring gender. This is a message for all people. But I want the matriarchal energy to come through because that's what's going to help you and all of us achieve what we're wanting in our individual lives, but also as a collective, what we're looking to see. And while righteous rage is sacred and true and important, okay, it is not the energy that we will be using to create, okay? That is the energy we use to destroy what we don't want, which is important as well. But we also must generate energy to create, okay? And I feel Lemuria and that whole Mount Shasta, kind of the mountain, the mother, right? The energy. They're saying the so you could chant, right? Chanting like that M sound, which manifests in different languages, different ways, but it's that mother, okay? I'm hearing like chanting that over and over, humming with her, hum with the mother, okay? And I'm seeing like this rocking, gentle seas. Yeah, they're saying like gentle water, okay? It's moving, but it's not like tumultuous. It's moving with her. Here we go. Loving compassion. Look at this. Wow. I'm feeling this is going to inspire a lot of you to create art. Fire. Look at this. Look at how beautiful. And for me, I have like a water and fire dragon energy together. So feel kind of this when you see both. Learning to master both, learning to work with both, or all elements. Earth. Nurture, nature. Nurture, nature. Look at this. Wow. See, she's nurturing her inner earth. And then you see out here the tree of life. Also looks like peacock feathers. Everything she's nurturing within her is shown outside of her. Wow. I'm also feeling like have compassion. Yes, alignment. When you see the dolphins, look at this. That's resonance. Frequency. And the dragonfly in the middle. What did I say? Those fields that are sacred, pure truth are in stillness and solidarity. They can just hold, okay? We are moving in alignment with truth. Yes. And they're saying have compassion for yourself, for what you did not understand. All of us are going through remembrance, okay? But also have compassion for others, okay? When you can see someone or a group is out of alignment, instead of being angry at them, feel sorry for them. That their collective has been so distorted, they don't even know who they are. Look at this. New blueprints. This has come up multiple times today. So this is an activation for many of you. You see the frequency running through the wave, the butterfly in the middle. I'm hearing like Monarch. Okay. Yep. And think of what the monarch, you know, like I'm hearing like the matriarchy. I saw something the other day and it said this is why a lot of people don't realize there are fragments of the matriarchy here that can remind you that it used to be a matriarchy, 1010 as I said that. And one of them is that term matrimony came from the matriarchy. So holy matrimony, so to speak, okay? So it doesn't, and this is not to dive into any particular belief system, but just to let you know there are these remnants of the matriarchy that are meant to help us remember sacred alignment, sacred union within, and also sacred partnerships, sacred friendships. Yes. They're saying sacred motherhood, sacred fatherhood, like everything having its original purpose that was distorted and forgotten through time. Okay, new blueprints. Now we do something new. So it's not that we came here to create so much the ancient future. And I like to call it that because that's what it is, because time is circular, 11:11. This is what's making this time period so radical. We came here to create something even newer, okay? And that's the new blueprint coming through, okay? The infinite. And you see the scarab at the bottom. I guess that's a scarab. It's what it looks like to me. With wings. And again, that feeling of going deep to expand high. And that message came through today, even in a session I did, a private session. My guide said, new heights, new depths. Okay? Or you could go invert it. You could say new depths, new heights. Yes. The portal keeper. That's it. They're saying that's it. One more. I have to. It's so good. Balanced forces. Look at that. So powerful. I love this deck. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I could go through this whole deck and you guys would love every bit of it. Beyond the mind. Beyond the mind. Yes. We are here to embody. Gosh, so good. Communication, co-creation. Look at this. And I was thinking about this last night. I was listening to a channel. I may tag her in this. I don't know if she'll see it or not, because I don't know if TikTok even, I don't know what's going on with TikTok and their algorithm. But if she's meant to see it, she'll see it. But she's kind of, I feel like she would have an amazing podcast. I don't know if she does or doesn't, but she'll just go live and share ideas and concepts and things. And I love her channel. Her name is Shay. I have actually several friends with the name Shay. So that is a sacred name in my world. Okay. 1313, as I said that. But I like her because, you know, she talks about difficult subjects in a way that is comfortable and gentle, but still true and raw. Okay. And I feel like that takes delicate balance to bring to the table a lot of concepts and ideas and individuals and really come to truth in a way that's respectful. And I don't know, I can't explain it. There's something about her. She's special. And she's just saying what she really feels and what her spirit guides have really shown her, even if that's uncomfortable for people. Okay. But that's what I'm seeing, like in this card that said, let me pull it back out. Communication, co-creation. Okay. So let's say, you know, in your world, whatever, in your world, in your belief system, there's something that's not uncomfortable for you, right? Or doesn't cause any distortion, but what if it does in someone else's? Okay. What I feel we came here to master is accepting the differences, the uniqueness, the paths of many, and still become the one. And embodying freedom with structure. It's like they're so opposite, right? Structure versus freedom. How do we bring these worlds together, okay? And I don't know if it came up in this one, but there is a card in this deck that's so beautiful, and it's like, if I find the picture, I'm going to show it to you. But it talks about basically bridging the worlds and bridging the realms, okay? And if I find it, I'll post it for you guys later. It's so beautiful. But I guess what I mean by that is becoming so balanced and within yourself aligned as best you can that it doesn't make you uncomfortable for someone to be different. What does it matter? Okay? And loving so fiercely and radically that you become divine love, okay? Because most people have never really truly experienced divine love, okay? Not really like in their physical life. You and all of humanity and all of us, okay, have mostly just experienced conditional love. Love that we receive, or a version of love that is based on conditions being met, okay? But divine love is radical. It just is, okay? And I feel the more we embody that, and can have our feelings and our emotions and our movement through the body that we need, okay, to attune ourselves. So we're not turning off our emotions. We need them, okay? And we need that compass to help us calibrate the distortions in this realm. But at the same time embodying stillness and watchfulness, okay, to allow everyone to have their journey that gets them there and not feel the need to control another person's story. Yes, okay. And it be okay, and it just be love, okay? Yes. I feel when we need to step forth in strength and power and forcefulness is when the innocent is being violated, right? Like protecting children and or protecting or speaking up for those who cannot speak for themselves. That is a sacred ability that we have and should flex when it's needed. Okay. But otherwise, if there's no harm being done, then, and we find ourselves sitting in judgment of another, then the distortion is within us. Mm-hmm. And we must look deeper and go deeper in order to live higher, okay? So really start to embody our radical love of each other. Yeah. And I find with my guides, that happens with me a lot, even in social media, where I can see a person's potential before it's manifest. And that's why I love so many different people and different channels. And even if I don't agree with everything they say or everything they do, I can see them. Because I'm seeing through the eyes of the collective and that embodied wisdom of the Sophia wisdom, right? That mother goddess energy. She just loves. And she is a fierce protector, by the way. But again, that goes back to being a protector, okay, of what deserves, needs, and should be protected doesn't make us a distortion either, right? Where we're feeling the need to police or govern how anybody lives apart from us. We can do this. Yeah, I'm feeling spirit say we can do this. We can. Yeah, they're saying like, what do you want to say about it? Yeah, they're saying we're actually transmuting distortion here. Like we're transmuting, we're making it gold, okay? By observing it, seeing it, sometimes embodying it, but bringing it through and out. And as it comes through and out and the truth comes out, it will become what it was meant to be. So a lot of times, I've said this before in other messages, I feel like what my guides showed me was sort of this individual and collective agreement to have each person sort of embody some level of darkness, okay, or distortion, whatever you want to call it. but only because when the time was right, our frequency would ignite and destroy it. And as that happened, it was almost like we drew them into a lair. I hate to put it that way. It's the only way I know how to put it. We were like, because when I set myself afloat or in flight or within the fire, so to speak, only the truth remains. Okay? So as we transmute these things, we're all facing things that we have either been brought up with or have learned through our friendships or work relationships or family relationships. And what is true of these things will remain, and what is not will not. And that's the transmutation process, which I feel like we're all going through on different levels. So yeah, I feel like these cards, if you go back and look at the cards, you can replay this video. They are an activation of your creative flow, and that we came here to create something really amazing, and we are doing it. And like a friend of mine told me today that, for example, on Spotify, one of the #1 podcasts being played right now is the telepathy tapes about the children that have telepathic abilities who are dealing with autism in this life. 2121, as I said that. The very fact that that's the #1 podcast, or one of the top rated podcasts right now, tells you how much the collective is changing. So I feel like my guides want to say this because sometimes as an empath, or anyone who is very empathic, you may feel hopeless. You may feel like there's no progress being made here. And that's especially because the darkness keeps putting itself in your face, trying to make you feel hopeless, okay? Because it actually knows how powerful you are, probably more than you do, okay? And that when you project that out, when you take in hopelessness and then project that out, you create it, okay? So in order for us to stop being used by the darkness and creating things we don't want to create, we must go inward, back to our truth. And even if you don't know what that is yet, you will, okay? Go inward and really disconnect from platforms that don't empower you, okay? And you can do this without judgment. I really always hear, don't judge. Judgment becomes entanglement, okay? Just don't. Because basically all it's going to do is bring you back into a place that you're not really meant to be in. Just let go and really go inward. Do something that brings you joy and peace, and practice doing that daily. Even if it's just for a few minutes, if you're very busy or you're raising children like I am, I just take a few minutes to myself daily, and I do what I love the best I can, okay? And I saw something, I should have written down the quote, but it was like something we watched recently, and it was a quote, a famous quote about basically sort of like, even if a person was in prison, God forbid, that doesn't mean the mind has to be a prison. They could think about whatever they wanted, imagine whatever they wanted, create whatever they wanted. So even if at times in your life you feel boxed in or locked in, yeah, they're saying don't let that entrap your imagination or your mind. Begin imagining yourself free. Begin imagining whatever you truly want. And this generates power to create what you really want. Okay? Is that it? Yeah. For now. They said there's more, but that's enough. I love you guys. I hope this helps.